A sad day for South Africa's democracy. The Association of Mineworkers and Construction Union, AMCU, has cited some of the gains since the Marikana wage strike 11 years ago, but also says more still needs to be done to better the living conditions of workers and mining communities. This year marks 11 years since police shot and killed 34 striking mineworkers on the Marikana koppie. AMCU also warns that in the future it might not be possible to commemorate at the site where the mine workers were massacred due to an encroaching squatter camp. The Socio-Economic Rights Institute of South Africa, which represents the families of 36 striking miners, says the victims of the Marikana massacre are still waiting for justice and an apology from President Cyril Ramaphosa. At the same time, the Mine Workers Development Agency says they're making strides in creating employment and sustainable livelihoods in Marikana. SABC News reporter Tebogo Phakhedi is in Marikana and joins us live now. Tebogo, tell us the mood on the ground, how many people are there and what is happening?
Good afternoon, Francis, of course. Good afternoon to the viewers as well. We are coming to you live from Marikana in Rustenburg. We understand that President Joseph Mathunjwa, that is the president of AMCU, has just arrived, and about hundreds of mine workers and community members have also just came and ascended to the koppie. As you can see behind me, there are some of the residents and mine workers who are here remembering those that died on this day 11 years ago. We understand that there are those that have at this point, like you stated correctly, so that some of them have been compensated. About 90% of them we heard from their lawyers, but they are saying that really nothing has been done as far as prosecuting anyone who has to be held liable for the killings of 34 miners. And we understand that those that were injured were also compensated. I can tell you that I'm just going to talk to one of the survivors who will be talking to us in Fanakalog. You would know that it's one of the languages used in different mines here in South Africa. His name is Kagiso Moketsi. Thank you so much for your time. You are one of the survivors. You were here 16 August 2012. Tshela mina wena khumbula eng ya ka wa tlhaloganya gore gompieno mo dingwageng di le 11 tse di fitileng wena khumbula eng?
Thank you for having me. Mina khumbula ka dilo langa le nafika lo naenza nzima futhi naenza buhlungu kala manje tinakhumbula langa lo kade lenzekile lokho lo August kalo 16 yo tinakhumbula lo langa lo kade nzima stere tinabaleka tinajuludulwa yanafika maphoyisa makhulu masibamu tinadulizwa. So every time kalo langa nafika enza trauma lapha thina tinakhumbula lo langa lo manje yani enenzeka manje. So ngaba tina saba manje nakamanga ukuthi nyanisi lokho tinabweza maphoyisa. So yakamanga manje nabuya futhi yanabuya dula thina manje tinasaba stereka langa lo lafika na manje nayazi kodwa njalo manje tinasiyenza mare tinapela usaba salo langa lafika tinakhumbula ukuthi langa lo manje yanabuya futhi manje ukuthi nakhodla yena wela lapha futhi mangondo kathina futhi.
He is saying to this day he still remembers Marikana massacre like it actually happened yesterday. He is saying to this day he still lives with that trauma as he remembers his colleagues who passed away, many of them also injured. But tshela mina abanye ama mine workers bathi bafuna uPresident Ramaphosa akupe maitshwarelo maikutlo ga go keng ka ga seo lwena ntse o tlhalosa jalo gore President Cyril Ramaphosa a ikupe maitshwarelo.
Yeah, kusukela nakhulumile madala skati nakume nazibuya na apologize lapha kathina kuphela kuya lapha na apologize mina kumula munye langa nakume nazibuya na Julius Malema indaba nasaba nguyisa nakuya na one lo Julius Malema you accompany him to come and then apologize. Tinafuna kuphela nje na ku apologize kuphela simple so that then you can heal and then yenza kahle kuphela nathi ku simple apology kuphela lo manje izuka thina yenza kahle tinakhotla na ma family wena solekile na yena khotla langa lo makaze na ku apologize tina khotla langa lo every time tina manje nakhumula langa lo manje ukuthi lento lo manje yenza kahle nafuneka na buya tinacela mongameli President Ramaphosa buya na apologize lapha thina basebenzi kala mine tina najabula tina kana ku apologize.
Thank you so much for your time. I tried asking him in Fanakalog, he is saying there that he also in support of those that are calling for President Cyril Ramaphosa to apologize. You would know that they are representatives, they are attorneys, that's what they are saying at the moment, suing not only the government and Lonmin Mine, but also Cyril Ramaphosa in his personal capacity. Those that were in support of the mine workers are, of course, community members of Venderkop and in other mining communities. They were saying that mines are not contributing anything as far as uplifting and improving state of services at different areas. But I just want to talk to the Benchmark Foundation to find out if anything has changed since that day. As we have stated, 11 years. We've been coming here each and every August for the past 11 years. But I just want to find out from Brown Matloko from the Benchmarks Foundation, has the situation changed? Do we see mines now, improving communities where they are extracting minerals from?
No. There's no improvement that we are getting from the mine. Since we had this incident, even now we are still struggling. There's no improvement in the development. There is nothing. But only what we see is the problems that we get from the mine, contravention on environmental issues, and then it has been raising these environmental issues with DMR, and then also the DMR is not acknowledging or talking back to us, because now there is tailing dams safety around the community, which is a ticking bomb, and then it can occur like a Jagafontein situation. Now we had on the 21st, on Friday, we had an incident whereby a child passed away on the tailing dam of Sibanye. After we presented to them the dangers of the tailing dams, and then another thing, it's air quality management that we have been complaining about also, and then the mining closure whereby the shafts are not operational. They are left abandoned like that, and so it's a problem for us. There is no improvement. There is nothing. You can even see the village the way it is. As we are the indigenous people of the village, even now we haven't received anything. The SLP is not enough from the mine side. And then also the last thing that I would like to comment about is the koppie behind us. This koppie is being recognized as Marikana koppie, which is Vonorkop. It's in Vonorkop, so please, we would like intervention on that so that we can be recognized at Vonorkop, not as Marikana. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Brown Matloko from the Benchmark Foundation saying some of the mines are posing danger to communities, saying services are to this day still not coming forth to different communities. Of course, we would be just standing by as we understand the program is about to start. Behind me, workers, mine workers and community members are sending the koppie in remembrance of those who died on this day 11 years ago, saying each and every year they are coming to their area, but there hasn't been any changes. For now, back to you in studio.
All right, thank you very much, Tebogo Phakhedi, and we will follow that program happening today as part of the commemorations.